So last time on Eureka, we made it down the Mississippi River, through New Orleans, and into Slidell, where we caught up with family and friends and ate some good food and hung out for a few days. As oftentimes happens, time passed quickly and it was time to go again with our one boat entourage, sailing out with the shrimp boats and checking out the swamps. Then back to that railroad bridge that was so intimidating 2 days before was just a nice, easy breezy passage this time. Then out into the Mississippi Sound for some pure sailing, which we hadn't done really up until this point. Pretty good speed on beam reach, and a whopping 13.5 feet of water. Kind of scary. Then we had some friends come visit, which was pretty cool. So we worked our way through the Mississippi Sound, landing at Cat Island on the first night, where we took in a beautiful sunset. Next day we were able to get in some sailing. Again, it's quite nice to be wind dependent instead of motor dependent. As we came into Dauphin Island the next day, we realized there had been a huge red tide, and the water surface was covered with thousands and thousands of dead bait fish, and the birds were going crazy. It was a pretty awesome sight. And the next day we crossed Mobile Bay and made it back into the canal part of the Intercoastal Waterway in the Florida Panhandle. And I must say it was pretty nice. It was flat. Nice little homes along the way. It's quite pleasant. And later that day we made it into Pensacola, where we dropped the anchor and caught another fabulous sunset. Or the next day into Destin, Florida, where we met up with our old friends Tom, Casey, and JT. JT gets to catch his first redfish. We enjoy a cool sunset.
goodbye to Destin, Florida.
And that did not take. We got outside, realized the wind and the waves were too much. We'd never make it into Panama City before dark and turned back in, and that cost us another week at anchor in Destin, Florida.
Hanging out in Destin. It's bad weather out in the Gulf. Listening to a little Christmas music, doing a little fishing, and making some cookie bags for some of the boats that are out here that have dinghies on the back. That might be some liveaboards. We made some chocolate chip cookies today. And Claire's making.
Are you taking a video?
I am. Merry Christmas from the SV Yarika.
First Christmas.
We have our stocking.
Wait, film our little tiny tree too.
And our little tree. We don't have the lights on right now. Get our one present from Miss Colette. It's December 20th, 2015.
A couple of early Christmas presents for me.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Can you put the lights on? Can you put the lights on the tree? Our first Christmas on the boat. Here's our Christmas presents. And Santa brought things for the stockings. Very little.
You overloaded them because I came in and they were falling off. So.
We had to wake them up. It's not like when they were little and they jumped out of bed at 5:30 in the morning. Now it's 10 and they're rolling out of bed because we woke them up.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Clover. This is what it's like in the morning of a sail. It is not even 7. Aaron is cranking the motor up out of the dinghy with the winch. And we're going to put it into the front cabin. So everybody has to be up. It's not a casual day. Usually a little bit stressful. Our new bumper sticker is this.
Okay. Start letting it down.
Okay, start letting it down.
I'm filming my death heart.
Aaron, let it down. Okay, and those people over here are going to be leaving the same time as us. The Sea Casa that we saw parked in front of us in Homa. It was empty at the time because they were visiting their family and getting their car in some other city with their family. So we're all taking off at the same time.
getting through this.
Okay, so it's getting through the pass. That's going to be difficult because this is where it's breaking and it's very shallow, and we are really like a roller coaster right now.
Somebody tighten that red rope up, please.
Yep. Okay. So this is what it was like leaving Galveston. Yeah, this is bad. Things are swinging in the boat. Oh, yes, it's never any fun.
Alright. Coffee pot.
It's in the sink.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy.
Yes, it is.
We're almost out of it.
Oh my. Look at the ocean. That's why it's rocking so hard.
Yes.
Markers, please.
Markers are, I cannot see them because of the waves. Oh, you're headed to the left of the red. You need to turn to the left a little bit.
Okay.
Now you're about straight on.
Okay, I got him.
Okay.
Dang.
Oh yeah, this is...
What is this? 6 foot swells? How bad is this?
Something like that.
But we gotta get to that. That's
Oh, that's where it's...
Oh my God.
Okay. Hang on, people. Hang on. Everybody sit down.
And shut up.
Okay, this is really rough.
Just calm down.
Okay, your marker is straight ahead.
The markers.
Yeah, I can see why those people turned back.
Claire, would you please grab life jackets for the rest of us and put them on?
Alright.
Aaron?
And we're through.
That was for you.
One more big one coming.
Oh yeah.
I think it's 2 big ones.
There's our green marker.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. Okay, that was a little bit bad.
Mom, buckle your life jacket.
Okay.
Let's not run into that marker.
I know. Let's not.
Big one.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
God.
Oh, this gives me butterflies.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Did you say Jesus, Mary, and Joseph?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God, look at that.
So that's what we just came through. And that's what we're doing.
Look at that video of this. Oh, no, dude, calm down. No, ocean, yeah, stay wild.
No, do not stay wild.
was a pass coming out of Destin, Florida. It was about 300 yards long and did a dog leg about halfway through. It was very shallow, except in the channel, and it was breaking. It was a little bit nerve-wracking, but we watched for a long time. We sat for half an hour watching the waves and watching how they broke. Finally decided it was safe to get through. Unfortunately, our friends on Sea Casa came behind us and they caught a breaking wave over the cockpit, which broke their Dodger. It broke out the Dodger, broke the transom on their dinghy, soaked everything in the cockpit, saturated all their electronics, so they had no communication with us for the whole day. It was very nerve-wracking. And this is what it was like all the way to Panama City. Big lazy swells, kind of like riding a big slow roller coaster. Quite pleasant actually all the way, until the fog.
Okay, we got something again.
What if we catch a shark?
We'll have shark fin soup and shark steak.
We cut shark loose.
Foggy. This is we're approaching Panama City. This is the radar. You know that we have markers coming up in less than a mile. This is our visibility at this point. Not very much.
And we finally made it into Panama City after a long, long day. And join us next time as we sail with our autopilot for the very first time, and we do our very first overnight passage.
Look, mine, no hands. I finally got the autopilot fixed. And we're cruising out of St. Andrews Bay. This is Panama City Marina, one of the coolest marinas we've been to. And it's starting out to be a beautiful day. It was raining this morning, but we're heading out across the clear water, about 190 miles. So we're going to get there tomorrow afternoon sometime. We're going to sail overnight and rock and roll. We'll catch up with you later.